Za'Darius Smith and a flag down inside the 5.
Well, it looked like the entire defense and maybe half the roster.
Yeah, they did a little train, a little come on right there. Go ahead and tell me what that is.
Cousins on 2nd and 6. Za'Darius Smith. The beat goes on.
First down. It's Noah Fant. Ball taken away. And there's no ruling that Fant was down. Jair Alexander took the ball out of the hands of the rookie Noah Fant. He may have been down where he took the ball away. His knee touches after he takes it right there, but that is clearly a Packer takeaway.
And there's your contact with his knee down, so it will come back.
In the middle, and there's the interception. End zone pick.
It is ruled a fumble, Tony. And it will be Green Bay ball.
Break up hard. He is not worried about anybody running behind him. He was all over that thing.
Trubisky. And he's going to get sacked. Preston Smith comes in, and that really puts an exclamation point on a tremendous Packer 10. Trubisky to the end zone, and it's going to be picked off. It's Adrian Amos who comes back to haunt his old team.
Looking for the go-ahead score, but Kevin King. We have royalty in the house as Mr. King squeezes it. Cousins finished 14 of 32. Take another look. According to Next Gen Stats, that pass had a better chance of being
the slot for Cousins, who's protected for a moment and intercepted. It's Preston Smith, bounced out of the hands of the Viking receiver, and Preston Smith
in the pocket. He has not felt comfortable at the start of this game.
Play action. Prescott steps into it. Cooper off his hands and into the arms of Jair Alexander. Alexander on a big return for the Green Bay Packers into Dallas territory, and what a big play by this defense. And a sack, which moves Dallas out of field goal range. Za'Darius Smith.
Defensive coordinator is going to be playing with this Cowboys personnel.
Cooper checks out. He's already got 3 catches of over 20 yards. Here's a toss to Tavon Austin. Will take it down with the ball coming out. Dallas may have gotten back on top of it.
But it's one of the reasons why they've had to go to so many defensive backs against some of these running personnel.
They fake it to Elliott. And now Prescott throws and he's picked. Intercepted by Sullivan. Second of the game and another takeaway for this Packer defense.
Killed a lot of drives, and here at midfield, this is a difference in coming away with points and having to punt.
Prescott is wrapped up and brought down. Preston Smith. Prescott backpedaling, broken up, and great coverage by Alexander. Prescott tripped up and brought down, and there's Za'Darius Smith again.
He's got a lot of opinions.
On first down, 4-man rush. Prescott protected, fires a pick. King.
That's where they come here. Look at the left tackle. He's going to come down, and Preston Smith is going to come off the edge. He takes the guy on the inside, and now Preston Smith turns the corner. Let's look at this, Za'Darius Smith. He's lined up at defensive tackle, and he just puts on a show there over Wiggins. Just the initial rough. You got Rashawn Gary outside. You got Za'Darius Smith inside. He beats the guard. Wiggins.
A little Marcus Allen-like move, but
he goes up. Does he get in, or Green Bay with a big stop, it looks like?
Move the ball yet.
Well, that was a nice gift there for Tyler Lancaster. He is on the ground. And anytime you're talking, there he goes, working on the outside. Okay, he's on the inside, so that was not him. He was on the other side. But there it is, just the kind of pressure.
And you got Smith. Not brothers, but we call them. They're a lot like it because they play very similar football. They rush the passer well. They move him around. Preston comes out wide, and you see him get a hold of Phillip.
Looking to the end zone. Stepping up now. Pressure from behind. And they got him. There's the sack at the 11.
A look at it to make sure as Preston Smith and Kyler Fackrell come together to make the stop. Van Roten trying to pull him across. The former Packer, and we'll see.
I thought when they first slung him there that he got it across, but I don't think there's a view that we're. Kenny Clark, in the middle, he's able to just get the push right at Paradis inside, and so even with edge pressure, there's nowhere for Kyle Allen to.
They can't convert.
This was not a good decision by Kyle Allen. Should have been intercepted right there by Adrian Amos, and then that's the guy who Allen just never saw. And he almost got away with it within Tramon Williams there to finish it off.
And this ball is on the ground, and now the pileup. And the indication is it belongs to the Packers. And it does. Phil, career fumbles have been a problem. That's his 7th total fumble. That's his 5th loss. He had it there.
Throw Jeff Wilson into the backfield as well as Garoppolo. Look out! Turned around. And right there was one Za'Darius.
Smith now lined up on the inside, and he's going to get double teamed on this play, power his way through it. And Garoppolo is going to try and pull a Russell Wilson and spin out. And look at that. Bad idea. He said, I've seen Russell do that a lot. Whack.
Smith is there.
Pulled up on this side with School on the outside against Za'Darius Smith. They're going to have to, got a little chip that time by Kendrick Bourne, but not enough. They're going to have to slide. They're going to have to put some bigger body, some bigger presence on that side.
Saw the We Love Eileen on Za'Darius Smith's undershirt there. There it is. We Love Eileen. That is a little tribute to the mother of Ben Brooker, who is an equipment staff member. Doesn't travel.
Coming after Jones, good protection, crossing pattern, and not in a negative way or any shape or form. To tell him about when he had this game and when he had that game, and there was another interception. This one by Tramon Williams, the ageless one, in his second go-round with Green Bay. Interception. We're down to 6:15 to go. I
get it.
I don't get it at all.
There's a miss.
And there's a miss indeed, and it's intercepted. And racing back the other way is Darnell Savage. Exception. So I'm going to put it up 3rd and forever. And the pack. And now they're coming after Jones again. He steps up in the pocket, and it's intercepted by King. And it's brought back to the Green Bay 45-yard line. That is the first throw in 111 straight attempts.
Well, we see Kevin King right here. He doesn't turn his shoulders, right? He's just playing nice and loose. He's playing because he knows he has somebody over the top to help him. So he's playing underneath. So that's a two-man concept where the corner stays underneath because
Haskins on second down. He throws, and it is picked off. Intercepted by Adrian Amos.
You're going to see the corner just sit off in the flat, and Adrian Amos, his pass is a little late coming out as he's looking for Kelvin Harmon, his second read here.
Haskins wrapped up, sacked for the second time. It's Adrian Amos, the former Chicago Bear. His first sack of the step to the 35-yard line. Haskins in trouble, wrapped up. Down he goes. Kenny Clark along with Za'Darius Smith.
Kenny Clark in the middle, man. He is having one heck of a year for the Green Bay Packers. It hasn't really translated into production, but he gets a little help from his buddy Za'Darius Smith inside and cleans up this sack of Dwayne Haskins. And if there's an issue with this young
four-man rush and pressure, and down he goes. My goodness, Kenny Clark, what a start for this one. A tackle for a loss, and then a sack.
There you go, the second circle is Kenny Clark. So much about the sack numbers. This time, remember earlier in the game, he came over James Daniels' side. This time is Rashad Coward, number 69, the converted defensive tackle.
Trubisky, pressure coming, and down he goes. Second sack of the day for Green Bay. It's Rashawn Gary, the rookie.
there, but he also needs to celebrate these guys back here because they made it possible for him. No one open downfield for Trubisky. He has to flush out of the pocket, and Rashawn Gary's the one who ends up getting him in the backfield.
Final play of the half. 7-3 Packers. Trubisky gonna run into it and gonna throw it as far as he could take him. It's gonna come up short, and it's gonna be intercepted actually by Jair Alexander. They're gonna lateral it, try to get something crazy going. Here's King. Might as well bring out the Cal band while we're at it. Keep it going. Nothing to lose. Now second down. 4-man rush. Oh, it is intercepted. What a play. Dean Lowry. The defensive lineman got his big old mitts on it and didn't let it go.
Number 94 coming up the middle. Now watch right here. Look at this. And what a catch by Dean Lowry. And you know what it goes back to? Coaches nowadays, and Mike Pettin really emphasizes this, ball drills with defensive linemen and linebackers, because possessions are so precious in today's football. It's not just the defensive backs who are going to get their hands on the football.
Got pretty close, Charles.
It certainly did. And Tariq Cohen was especially upset at the end of this play because I think he wanted Jesper Horsted to find someone to pitch it to. Horsted trying to make a play, doesn't find anyone else to lateral, and in his defense, he's being dragged down to the ground. It's hard to find someone.
Mike Boone not going anywhere. Za'Darius Smith.
55. He lines up outside, but watch him read the play and come underneath. That's just a good job of not running himself out of the play, coming underneath.
Cousins on 2nd and 6. Za'Darius Smith. The beat goes on. His 11th sack of the year.
There's Za'Darius Smith coming off the corner. To me, it's all about the right hand. Watch the right hand now. Now you stop the lineman and you turn the hips. That right hand, it's a really simple move. The right hand freezes the offensive lineman just for a moment. And because Za'Darius is a better athlete, he turns his hips and away.
3-man rush, and still they get to him, and it's Za'Darius Smith. What a night he's having.
Just look at him, though. I mean, he's going over Bradbury, the center, who's a little light. Then the guard comes down elf line. I just love how active he is. Just the attitude he's brought.
Here's the play action boot. Time to crank it up, downfield, and intercepted. Kevin King weaving his way back on the return. Just when they found a little bit of rhythm, Kevin King with the pick.
I know we're fascinated with offensive football, but it's going to come down to which defense can make a stop in these playoffs.
We got a Keystone Cop kind of 4th and 15, and it should have been completed.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, Detroit number 80. 15 yards will be added to the end of the play. First down.